Okay, real quick, I want to mention this Nick Reiner update. Nick Reiner unalived his mom and dad, Rob Reiner, the famous actor, writer, producer, all that good stuff. I forgot I want to talk about this as well. But his attorney, who was some fame attorney, who had just gotten a lady off for killing her boyfriend. I'm sure I've heard about the case, but I just can't recall the names and all of that. But let's listen to this attorney.
Uh, I had to withdraw as Nick Reiner's counsel. Circumstances beyond our control, but more importantly, circumstances beyond Nick's control have dictated that sadly it's made it impossible for us to continue our representation of Nick. I'm legally and I'm ethically prohibited from explaining all the reasons why. I know that's a question on everybody's mind. We expect the public defender to step in. They've already been appointed and very capably protect Nick Reiner's interests as he moves forward through the system. But be clear, be very, very clear about this. My team and I remain deeply, deeply committed to Nick Reiner and to his best interests. In fact, we know, we're not just convinced, we know that the legal process will reveal the true facts of the circumstances surrounding this case. On December 15th, in the early morning hours, I was in New York at the time, and I got a call. Me and my team, we dropped everything. And for the last 3 weeks, we have devoted literally every waking hour to protecting Nick and his interests. Is that pursuant to the laws of this state, pursuant to the law in California, Nick Reiner is not guilty of murder. This morning, I had to withdraw as Nick.
Good morning, Kizzy. So his attorney says he's Nick Reiner is not guilty of unaliving his mother and father. They had to withdraw as the attorney for him. For some reason, he says for unforeseen circumstances beyond their control. And Nick will now have a public defender. Well, we all know public defenders are overworked, underpaid, understaffed, and there's no way they can give a defense the way a private attorney can give. But this attorney would cost hundreds of thousands, if not $1 million, to have a team like this. So his attorney, Nick Reiner's attorney, has withdrew his support. He's no longer his attorney. But he says that in closing, he says that Nick Reiner is innocent and did not commit murder. Well, who killed the mom and the daddy? He was the only one there. Who then left and went to the hotel and took a shower and washed all the blood off of him? Who did it if he didn't? What are you gonna try to say he was insane and crazy? Now I do believe the boy got problems. But I still think he knew what he was doing. He was conscious enough to know to go home and change and get himself together and get all that blood off of him. Thank you, Kizzy. All of this, anything I use, anything I play and use out here on YouTube falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976 because allowances have been made for me to use it. Okay? So if you catch this video, whether you catch it now or you come back or you're scrolling 2 or 3 days later, make sure you thumbs up the video. Okay? You don't have to catch it live. You do not. I know a lot of my topics are very controversial. The things I talk about, the things I support are controversial to a lot of people, and a lot of people disagree with me and the things that I talk about and things that I support. It's quite all right. You should never agree with anyone 100%. Period. So again, Nick Reiner's attorney has withdrew his support.
Morning. I had to withdraw as Nick Reiner's counsel. Circumstances beyond our control, but more importantly, circumstances beyond Nick's control have dictated that, sadly, it's made it impossible for us to continue our representation of Nick.
I wonder what kind of circumstances would have made it impossible for them to continue their representation of Nick. Is it because Nick doesn't have access to any money and his siblings certainly aren't going to pay an attorney for him for unaliving their parents? I know I wouldn't. I wouldn't give him a quarter. Now, what if he's in the will? How does that work? Does he still get his money? I doubt it. Does he have I don't think he has any assets of his own that he can reach. So I think he couldn't afford this attorney and they didn't want to do it pro bono. But for him to say
Of the circumstances surrounding this case. On December 15th, in the early morning hours, I was in New York at the time, and I got a call. Me and my team, we dropped everything. And for the last 3 weeks, we have devoted literally every waking hour to protecting Nick and his interests. Is that pursuant to the laws of this state, pursuant to the law in California, Nick Reiner is not guilty of murder.
well, who did it? If he didn't do it, who did it? Because Nick Reiner unalived his mom and daddy and then went to a hotel, washed off the blood, hung up curtains and sheets or whatever on the window so people couldn't see. He was conscious of what he was doing. He's a conscious killer. You heard of a conscious stripper? He's a conscious killer. Nick Reiner is a conscious killer. He unalived his mother and father. So for this attorney to say, I can't I can't represent him anymore for unforeseen circumstances that can't be discussed. But unequivocally, Nick Reiner is innocent. I thought the same thing. He doesn't have the money to pay. He don't have the money to pay, and his sisters and brothers not gonna give him the money because he's a killer. He killed the mom and the daddy. He unalived the mama and the daddy. Okay, come on, people. Let's be smart here. Now, let's see. Before I move on, let's talk about. I know the title, but I had several things I really wanted to discuss. Um, Let me see here. Hold up, wait a minute. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. So Krishan is now Krishan Rock. Krishan Rock has now signed to be a boxer with X Rumble. But people are there's still videos and things out there talking about her son. There's lots of videos out there. I'm gonna share one where people think they've diagnosed, what's wrong with her son. There's internet doctors. There's internet doctors. We have lots of internet doctors. We do. Lots of internet doctors. Hold on. There was something else that I can't find it. So yeah, Krishan has signed up to be an ex boxer, whatever, ex Rumble boxer. You know, she's into it with everyone. Her brother Petey plays for Deion Sanders. She went on Instagram, blasted him out. He deactivated his IG account. She came out there talking about him. He trying to play football and mind his business. He just bought him a new car. She got on there and started blasting him. Could get him in trouble with Dion or anything. The girl is just, she just wants to ruin any and everybody, in my opinion. In my opinion. Now, the girl that slapped her, y'all remember in Oakland? Or was it Oakland, Compton? Wherever it was. Compton, I think. The girl slapped her, well, and then she fought a couple of girls. Well, them girls had some type of a car accident. And you know, the black girl, the one that slapped her, she posted on her Instagram account. You know, people like playing with, some folks want attention so bad they'll play like they dead, play like they done died or they hurt. Some people are just that damn crazy. They will literally make you think they dead or they got hurt or whatever. So these girls, this one girl, she posted on her Instagram, they did have a car accident. Let me see if the post is still up. Let me see if the post is still up. Nick Reiner is the son of Rob Reiner. He killed his mom and daddy. Um, what was I looking for? Shit. Oh, so her Instagram name is Keeper of the Keys. So she posted baddies, Toddy and Keeper of the Keys survive a scary car crash. And they posted, but at first they posted that one of them, like she had died. She posted on her own Instagram, faking her like she had been seriously hurt and had possibly been killed in a car accident. All for views. Because you know the story of her slapping Krishan has died down. And I'm gonna be honest. If she was to ever see Krishan again and have a real fight, because Krishan didn't actually get to fight the girl that slapped her. Other women jumped in. She didn't actually, the girl slapped her and then ran back, ran away. She didn't really want the smoke. So she hit her and ran. Krishan will probably, well, I'm sure Krishan will whoop her ass, especially now that she's been practicing with this boxing stuff. But the girl that slapped her posted on her Instagram page like she had been in a bad accident and hurt and possibly didn't survive. Then she comes out later and says, "Oh, my cousin had my phone and I would never play with death." Yes, you did play with death. Some people are crazy enough to pretend like they're dead or was killed just to get some damn views. I know it's weird. I mean, you would think who would want to play with death, but some people do that. And maybe there is something inside their mind that makes them think that's okay, you know. I don't know.
I just woke up to see the internet in an uproar. Um, Let me clear a few things. Yes, we did get into a very catastrophic car collision. Yes, we all was in the hospital. Some injuries worse than others. I'm not dead though. I do have, like, my little cousin does have my password, so I don't think it was a trolling situation or a clout chasing.
She say her cousin has her password. You lying. You lying. Two women who beat up Krishan. The title said two women who beat up Krishan in an accident and unalived. And then she gonna say her cousin has her password. You played with death to get views. You know how I know it was you and how it was all for views because the title said two women who got into it and fought with Krishan Rock in an accident. Why I couldn't just say two women in an accident? It said two women who fought with Krishan Rock. Another ignorant black woman playing like she dead all for some views. Talking about Chris leading with Krishan Rock. I'm gonna post it. In fact, let me get it now so I won't forget. I'm gonna post it and show you how some folks are just that ignorant. They want to play with death. Hold on. I'm not gonna post it now. I have to do it later. Now let's talk about hold on. Hey, do I have anything I want to talk about Clarissa Shields on before I move on? Uh yeah, let me play this real quick. Clarissa Shields did a rap. And I don't know if it I don't think this is hopefully I won't get hopefully I can play this. Because people going after Clarissa too. They still going after Clarissa. Oh, and Mike Epps was on Shannon Sharp and he got 888,000 views so far. Man, I need me a hot video like that, a hot interview. 888,000 damn views. My. Okay. Let me play this Clarissa Shields because there's a lot of people that comes for Clarissa Shields. They always have something to say. They talk about the way she eat. They talk about her fixing food for her man. Any little thing she does, they talk about it. There's a lot of jealous women out there of Clarissa Shields. No matter what she does, they have something to say about it. So she made a little rap song and she pretty much checked everybody that ever thought about or want to think about coming for her. Yeah. So to all the ignorant people that like to jump on and talk about her looks because she's dark skinned and from Flint, Michigan, and they think she's ugly or country. Some people minds are blinded. They think if you don't look a certain way, you're ugly. And look, don't come for me. I'm just talking. This is society because I'm not color struck at all. I love. I'm not color struck at all, baby. Beauty comes in all different shapes, forms, sizes, colors, shades, and everything. This I know, but some people are color struck. Some people only like certain things. Some people think if you don't look a certain way, that's why you have. See, some people can remain natural, don't have to wear a lot of rouge and makeup and cake their face down every day and all that shit. Some people have to go and get themselves lightened up. They think they're too dark. They go and lighten their skin up. Um, they get nose jobs. They get butt jobs. They get them silicone butts added, and I heard that shit stink and it's funky. You're just squirting stuff in your body. I'm sure it is funky. They get fake boobs that could erupt and pop and give you and who knows what to your body. Some people just think that you have to look a certain way. Which one is it? Serena, right? I think Venus the one just got married, but Serena, the one that's already married with two children, she has totally transformed her body to look a certain way. She was unhappy with herself. She didn't like herself. She didn't like herself, love herself. She thought her skin was too dark and she just thinks she has to look a certain way. I mean, it is what it is. Now I like her. Of course, I totally support her as a black woman, but she's unhappy with herself. Some people like certain things. And we're gonna get to smart men and black men and smart men, you know, some people like why some people don't like smart men that are educated, can read and educate you, give lectures and things of that nature versus a ignorant ninja in a strip club throwing dollars at a woman on a strip pole. But back to Clarissa. So she pretty much checked um the people that's been coming for her. You know, you got people that come out here and make videos about her and tell her how she should spend her money and who she should buy presents for at Christmas. Not everyone celebrates Christmas or the holidays. I'm gonna do a deep dive into that because a lot of these holidays are made up, and a lot of these holidays you would be surprised of what they really mean and what the or, origin of them really were all about. If you really wake up, but I know some of you all into it, so hey, it is what it is. But for her to be chastised and somebody to come after her and say, "Oh, she's rich, so she needs to help somebody," who was calling her names and saying they was gonna slap her and spit on her and talk about how she dressed and this, that, and the other, you could really go to hell. I'm sure Clarissa would tell you to go to hell. Okay, your opinion doesn't mean shit to her. For anyone that thinks they need to tell Clarissa how she should spend her money and who she should support, that's like telling me I need to support and give money to a person that has drugged me for years, talked about my looks. I'm supposed to give them money and support them? Ninja, is you high? Are you crazy? Are you feeling okay? Are you okay, sir or ma'am? Really? To tell somebody that they need to support someone who has said they are ugly, I'm going to spit on you, you can't dress, really? Who are you to tell somebody they need to support someone that drags them? I mean, really, who does a man or a woman think they ought to come on and tell somebody they need to support someone who doesn't, who drags them? And you really had someone coming out here telling Clarissa that she needed to support a woman because the woman came to an event with some kids who needed some damn toys. Now they need somewhere to live, allegedly. But the one person you chose to drag and dog out, you show up at her event talking about me and my kids need some of these free toys. And Clarissa kindly dismissed her. And then for someone to come on and do a live talking about, oh, why didn't they call Layla Ali to have Layla Ali give them some toys then? Since that was the first name this person brought up, she got beef with Layla Ali. That's old. That mess is old. They through with that. It's the same people going around effing with people. It's be the same people. But let's listen to this.
Okay. What's up? Some people say I'm a killer. Jab to the mouth, then the shot to the liver. Ooh. Her man wanna take me to dinner. I call her, what's her name? I don't even remember. Who? I know you nervous, baby. Been out with a boss bitch. She's the workers, baby. Brokey. And I deserve it, baby. Cause ain't nobody give me shit. I had to earn it, baby. Yes. She don't like me cause I spend money. Now I'm in the real estate. I've been crib hunting. Flip. Running out and ain't been running. Saying they to go, but hey, nothing. In the whip stunting. In the belly spurs like I'm Tim Duncan. Always in the head, bust a yeah, bust head. Time red bottoms, yes, I love red. Hey, I'm so paid. I refuse to be broke when I reach your age. I don't turn down no stage. I put my foot up in your asshole, both legs. I need some new hates. I don't see y'all. Where y'all at? I know you like to hate a bitch. What? Brave heart, yeah, I ain't afraid of shit. Nothing. I'll never hesitate to take a risk. Never. 5 fingers, close your hand, make a fist. Wild weeds, make them pay, make them miss. Ooh. Flat line, I ain't come to play with sticks. Hoes know I got it locked, they the kiss. Ooh. I guess he wanna make me wifey or something. Okay. Tryna lock me down, gonna indict me or something. Okay. Now she on the ground talking spicy for nothing. His girlfriend mad, guess she wanna fight me or something. I guess he wanna wife me or something. Of course. Tryna lock me down, gonna indict me or something. No. Now she on the ground talking spicy for nothing. His girlfriend mad, guess she wanna fight me or something. Clown. Some people say I'm a killer. You are. Jab to the mouth, then a shot to the liver. Ooh. Her man wanna take me to dinner. Of course. I told him what's the name, I don't even remember. Who is that? I know you nervous. Hey. And now you with a false bitch. She's the worst, baby. Brokey. And I deserve it, baby. You do. Ain't nobody give me shit, I had to earn it, baby. You did. And that ass pretty. It is.
It's her homegirl in the background, the hype girl for me. Her homegirl was hyping her up. But like she said, ain't nobody give her nothing. She had to earn it. So don't nobody get to come on here and go live and tell her how she should spend her damn money and who she suspended on. But that rap song, I'm gonna post that. Yeah. She checked a lot of her haters in that little quick disc rap or whatever you want to call it. Some people say Papoose wrote that for her. I don't know. All I know is I like it. I kind of like it, okay? I kind of like it. Like she say, nobody give her nothing. She had to earn it. You don't tell her how to spend her money. She turned away some woman and her kids at Christmas. She should have given her. I know the woman talks about her, calls her out of her name, calls her ugly, say she gonna spit on her. But yeah, Clarissa, you should have given that woman some toys and no, Clarissa, you shouldn't have gave that woman shit, just like you didn't, okay? Don't you ever give nobody shit that has dogged you out and talked about you and tried to drag your name. Period. Period. That goes for anybody. All these, child, please. Clarissa don't owe nobody nothing. Y'all heard her. She say she had to earn all her shit. Earn it. Got everybody coming for her. You know, folks love coming for black folk. Love coming for folks. Love it, love it, love it. Some of y'all just love hating on your own people. Something wrong with y'all. What's wrong with y'all? Remember she had to deal with her cousin? Tasha K interviewed her cousin, then later Tasha K go talking about I feel sorry for her. Although she gave the cousin a platform to come on here and drag Clarissa. And then Tasha K want to get on here and whine when Cardi B come for her. And act like Cardi B talking about her looks after she done drug Clarissa. You see how karma spins the block, Tasha K? You see how karma spins the block? You brought that cousin on here to dog Clarissa, and then little shorty over there chin checked you. Just pretty much kept it real with you. She didn't call you no black ugly woman and say your nose wide or nothing like that. She didn't do that. That was all made up in your mind because you had to play the race card. You played the race card. Yeah, you played the race card because you started all this shit. You won't leave her and her man alone. You won't get up off of Stephon Diggs. I think you want to pop him myself. Got to. Anybody that sits up and just talk about a man continuously or a woman, you're infatuated with him. And then that brings me to the good Dr. Umar. Okay? Yeah. I said it. I said it. That brings me back to him. You know, you got people that can't get up off of him. Just I don't know. It's some weird shit going on. So, what type of a man do you prefer? What type of a man do you prefer? Do you prefer an intelligent man that can speak, engage, hold a conversation, knows history, has read thousands of books, can recite history? Not a lot of people can do that. I know people would love to say, "Oh, anybody can read that. It's all." Well, go read it then. Go read it. But I'm just asking, what type of a man do you prefer? But listen to this shit here.
Dr. Umar Johnson be making up some shit now. It's already bad enough the boy called himself a doctor, and we don't know what PhD he got. It's already bad enough the boy called himself a doctor, and the man don't practice nowhere. Where the nigga office at? He the only doctor I know ain't got a doctor's office. I'm sick of this nigga. No.
So that's Charleston White. You know, Charleston White is known for getting high, smoking weed, going to the strip club, throwing dollars at women on strip poles. I mean, that's what he's known for, and dragging people and dragging black folks and talking about folks. Sometimes he be right about some people. Every now and then he be right about some people. I'm gonna keep it real, but he wrong about Dr. Umar. Where's his doctor's office at? See, some people don't understand what it means to have, several degrees and to have earned a doctorate and things of that nature. My sister has one. See, I understand what it means. I only have a master's. I ain't got time to be going back trying to write no dissertations and all that stuff. It takes a lot of work to get a doctor's degree. They don't just give them out. And Mr. White, Dr. Umar has had to come out here and defend his degrees several times from Coons. I think he had to go to court and I don't know if it went to court. I mean, but that's already been debunked. He went to college, several colleges. Even his nephew came on here and said how he went to the same college that Dr. Umar went to, I believe, and how Dr. Umar pretty much put him in all the schools and trained him and made sure that he's educated. So we all know the man is an educated scholar. Only a fool would think that he isn't a truly educated scholar. And I hate to use the word fool. I do. I take that back. But it takes a real ignorant person to actually question Dr. Umar's educational background. You've just got to be a real ignorant person to question his educational background. I mean, they're coming at the man from just from anywhere. Anything that they can't do or understand, they want to criticize it. Where's the school? The school is in Wilmington, Delaware, you damn nuts. So what type of a man do you all think is best? What type of a black man do you think is best? One that goes to the strip club and throws dollars on the floor for black women, white women, Asian women, or whatever type of woman to pick up off the floor like some animals? Or an educated man who's gone to several colleges, earned several degrees. You have to go and earn them. They were all earned. They weren't handed out. Now, some people get honorary degrees. There's a lot of people that get honorary degrees. Dr. Umar ain't got no damn honorary degrees. He earned the degrees. None of them are honorary. When you see these people going honorary and they put the robe on it, you didn't go to college, you didn't take no test, it was given to you. Now, ain't nobody gonna drag the people that get the honorary degrees because hey, the college decided to do it. But Dr. Umar's degrees aren't honorary. They're honorably earned. Where's his doctor's office? Everybody, where's his office? Knowledge doesn't have to reside in a damn office. Your knowledge resides within your mind, your body. That's where the knowledge is. So, what type of a man do you all think is best? One that goes around cursing out everybody, getting high every day, sitting in a car on live, smoking blunt after blunt, calling women names, talking about people, calling folk out their names, and going to strip clubs? or a man who has been to college, many colleges, earned several degrees, working on opening a school, actively working on opening a school, actively working on opening a school. It's not a crime that it hasn't opened yet. It's actively working on it. What type of a man do you prefer? What type of a man do you think is best? One that wakes up and the first thing they do is turn on the live button and roll up a blunt. No, no knocks to if that's what you do. I'm just saying. You see, what makes one better than the other? In reality, what makes one better than the other? Cause I like finesse two times, and he tell you that he gonna smoke him a pound or whatever a day. I like him. Some people gotta have it. But does that make a man that has gone to college and earned his 5, 6 degrees, reading books and taking all type of tests and writing all type of papers, dissertations and all that, does that make them less of a man because they don't get up, turn on the live button, roll up a blunt and start cussing everybody out and talking about women and then go to the strip club and throwing a bunch of dollars down for women to pick up off the floor like some animals? Which man is better? It's your preference, right? It's what you like. I'm just asking. Because I'm sick of all you ignorant that's got so much to say. You've been talking the same shit for the last, I don't know how many years. Definitely you brought it in from 2025 into 2026. So I'm going to come right with you and keep giving it to you. Regardless of, I don't care who watch, how many don't, I don't care. I'll still sit here and say what I want to say. How much time I got? I'm finna get ready to go. So which type of a man do you prefer? Do you prefer a man? I'm gonna do a poll. Do you prefer a man? Let me show you. Do you prefer a man that wakes up every morning? Hmm. Oh, I found, here it is right here. This is congrats to Krishan. Yeah, remember I told y'all she signed. Oh, extra delivered to you. She ready to lace up. She signed with some ex Rumble. But anyway, do you prefer a man that wakes up and lights a blunt every day and curses people out and go to the strip club? Or do you prefer a man who's educated? Is this the right one? Let me see. Let's listen. Well, I ain't got no sound. It took my sound away.
You can't do. These niggas can't go do this kind. They can't go pull no paperwork out on this shit. This shit, what these niggas can't do. It's gonna be uncomfortable sleeping with me, and we ain't fucking. I got a dick stuck in your back like a.
Oh my God. See, what type of a man do you prefer? Do you prefer a man that wakes up talking like that? Or do you want a man to wake up and give you some education on Black history? I know anyone can go and read it, but not everyone's going to pick up a book and go and read. Some people are better off getting it from through a lecture or someone teaching it to them. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. What type of a man do you want? Do you want a man that has earned, several degrees? Listen,
now. It's already bad enough. Actually, Umar Johnson be making up some shit now. It's already bad enough the boy call himself a doctor, and we don't know what PhD he got. It's already bad enough the boy call himself a doctor, and the man don't practice nowhere. Where the nigga office at? He the only doctor I know ain't got a doctor's office. I'm sick of this.
now this coming from a man sitting in a car smoking a blunt, rolling it, getting high, and then going to the strip club throwing dollars all on the floor. I'm just asking, what type of a man do you prefer? Some people prefer that type of a man. Some people might prefer a man that has gone to college, taken the time to study and read and want to pass that knowledge on to others. What type of a man do you prefer? Do you prefer a man that as soon as they wake up, they don't even get on their knees and pray? They roll a blunt and they start cussing out women? Or do you prefer a man that's educated and that's willing to help educate others? That is taking the time. It takes time and money to get to earn 5 and 6 degrees. It's not given to you. But some people do get honorary degrees where it's literally given to you. You don't have to take now one damn test. It's just given to you. So which do you prefer? So before you talk about someone who has earned degrees and then talk about they don't have no office, this, that, and the other, think about what you're saying because you really sound ignorant. And also to any woman that want to tell another woman how to spend her money and that she should help somebody that has dogged them out and called them names, she should buy her and her kids some gifts. Think about what you're saying because you really sound ignorant. I would never give somebody my money that has dogged me out and called me out of my name and say they want to spit on me. So some of you uppity coons need to think about what you say. And if you don't like anything that I've said this morning, leave a comment. I really don't give a damn, but leave a comment and tell me. Again, ask yourself the question: what type of a man do you prefer? Do you want a man that wakes up and the first thing they do is roll a joint and then commits to dogging out black people, black women, black men, and then go to a strip club and throw dollars all over the floor for the women to get all on that nasty floor and pick the money up like some animals? Or do you want a man that has been to several colleges and earned several degrees and traveled the world, spoke to so many different types of people, has more knowledge than you and your entire family could ever dream of having, probably? I'm just asking for a friend.